Hey guys. Hey guys, I'm Joey from AwesomeCameras.com, and I'm here with Derek Street. You remember that guy. We're doing another episode of On a Roll. This is On a Roll number 2. Still haven't really got a groove with this yet, so we're just gonna wing it and see what happens.
And hope you guys like it.
Yeah, so I told Derek, pick a roll that you shot. We're going to go over it start to finish. So what is the camera you shot this roll with?
I shot it on a Fuji GA645i. It's like a point and shoot rangefinder with autofocus. It's like one of my favorite cameras. Joey had the wide version, and I shot like 4 rolls on it, and I fell in love with the image quality that came out of it, and ended up going for the standard version, which is more of like a 35mm equivalent lens, which is my favorite focal length. So yeah, it's an awesome camera, super easy to use, nails focus most of the time. I think all these photos
I remember that being even in kind of low light where it has to use a more open aperture, that camera, the wide version that I had, was always so sharp. It was always spot on. I don't remember ever going through a roll and seeing any photos that were really out of focus. It's a really great autofocus system on those cameras. And what film did you shoot?
I shot Cinestill, the 50 daylight. It's awesome. The fact that they make that in 120 is really cool. I really, really like that film. It's kind of expensive, but when you're shooting something that is important to you, it's worth it to spend a little more money on your film.
Definitely. I'm excited. I just bought a roll of this film in 35mm. Haven't shot it yet, so I'm excited to see your photos here and see what I can look forward to.
Well, should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
All right, so we were in Miami for a photo shoot. I was just the assistant, and we were able to convince one of the models, me and the stylist assistant, were able to convince one of the models to shoot some, different looks that we wanted to try with her clothes and with the stylist clothes. So we ended up using this really cool handkerchief to make this top that you see in the first photo. All this styling is from my buddy Joey, and we just shot...
Not me, a different Joey.
Different Joey, sorry.
Okay.
Different Joey.
Clarification.
Just shot on a little lifeguard tower real quick at the beach that was by our hotel. And yeah, I really like this first photo because it's kind of candid. I don't really like the people that are coming out of her butt. The side,
little guy, I just saw that.
Yeah, it's a little weird. So I wouldn't actually probably put this out there, but I do think like maybe with a crop or square it could work.
Maybe with a little Photoshop.
Yeah. I'm so bad at Photoshop, dude. The next one I thought came out a lot better. I really don't mind the people in the background. Would definitely use this image. Pretty girl, pretty light.
So in the viewfinder, did you think that the top of the lifeguard tower was going to be in the shot?
No, not at all.
I mean, the way you framed it?
Yeah, that's why I would definitely crop this image.
Okay. But then also, if you crop...
her hands would get cut off.
Well, her one hand already is a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really mind it.
Okay.
I don't know if I would actually submit it. Same with this one. I would probably pull it down a little bit just to get rid of the green. And this is with the flash. It was a little bit darker. I love the flash on this camera. It's like pretty soft, I would say. I don't know what word to use for it, but I think it renders skin tones super well. And yeah, it's like definitely. The film kind of like sings in this photo. Like,
and this is just the built-in flash on the camera.
Built-in flash.
Cool.
This is unprocessed. Like this is just how the colors came from Fuji Frontier. This is my favorite photo from this like little beach setup. I really like her hair. I thought the like chain was a really good touch, so shout out to Joey for that one. She just kills it. She knows how to obviously she's professional, so
yeah. So this is the model you met on the other shoot you were working on?
Yeah, we were shooting. I was a photo assistant, and then Joey was the stylist assistant, and yeah, we became friends with Kirsten and asked her if she wanted to shoot, and she was like, yeah, let's do it. So this is actually 2 different days. This is all the stuff that's at the beach here is the first day, and then we did a couple photos the next day. And yeah, I thought they came out pretty cool. Back of the lifeguard tower. Not a huge fan of this photo, but it's kind of funny.
Those reflective signs always, when you use the flash, they catch the flash so much.
Everything. Yeah. This next one I really like. I love the green like from the roof and the blue from the lifeguard tower and how it matches her top. And then we like spun it around and retied it. I think it came out pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like the roof in this one.
Like
for
matching,
the composition,
matching with the top. Yeah,
That's
I
great.
think that's the strong, like that one and that more portrait, like close up. I think these are the two strongest images from the set. That's with the flash again, kind of more candid. I don't think I would really do anything with this, but all right, this is the next day. This is where I think this film really like shows its
in a brighter daylight, because the last
that
one
was
was kind of like golden hour, but like late golden hour.
that was
It
like
looked
almost
like
dusk.
almost dusk. Okay.
Yeah, it was probably like the sun probably set during that last, like the sun is setting at this
Setting
point.
here.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like past set.
And then this is Florida, so the sun's setting behind
Behind
you
us.
over the land.
Yes.
For those of us in California, that's kind of a weird concept. I've only been to the East Coast a couple times.
It makes for really cool sunrises.
Yeah, you get the sunrise over the beach.
Yeah, but it actually makes the light really soft, which I like for like the evening stuff that we did. It makes like all of this, it's similar, like probably like 4 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon, and it's like just banging off of these buildings. And I really like the light that you're able to get downtown Miami.
Yeah.
This is South Beach. So this is the photo that got printed in Kodachrome. I think this is the strongest image from the like second day.
Yeah, that's great. So this is the one that was in Kodachrome, and
Yeah. And I didn't retouch it a whole lot. I think I just changed the color temp a little bit.
very cool. That's very cool. And how did you get into touch with Kodachrome?
One of the editors just reached out and was like, hey, I want you to submit for a community segment that we're gonna do. If you could send 5 images to this email, we'll let you know if you got in.
And they just picked this one?
And they picked this one, and they didn't tell me that it was in it. So it was really funny because I found out from another photographer when she posted it on her story. She tagged me in it, and I was like, wait a minute, like I'm in the magazine.
Oh, hell yeah.
So then got home. I was on a trip at the time and got home, and there was 2 of them in the mail, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
But,
well, congrats on that. That's really cool.
thanks, man. It was, I don't know, it's definitely flattering to be published in Kodak's magazine. This one's with the flash, so like the license plate got all messed up. The shadow is really bad. I don't like this photo. I would never put this out there. I don't think this is really like when I do like on camera flash, this isn't what I'm really going for. Yeah.
And also, one thing you got to watch out for in a shot like this, just from personal experience, with her leg being so much closer to you than her
It's
face.
gonna cast that huge shadow.
If you're ever shooting
blowout.
flash out there, anyone watching this, you want your subject to kind of all be evenly, like
squared
even
up.
distance away from your camera, so
Yeah.
that, and it actually doesn't look that bad in this photo, but I've had photos where something like this, where the foot is just completely blown out, and it just ruins the whole picture, even though it would have been a decent picture.
Totally.
Decent photo.
I really like this one. I think we're gonna have to edit out a little bit of nudity.
Yeah.
We'll blur it for you guys.
We might
but-
darken the top there.
Yeah.
I don't know if this one is quite YouTube safe, but I feel like it's close enough. I mean, you see that on Instagram, maybe. I
We'll
don't know.
see. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Nah, we'll do a little doctoring. So,
But yeah, this one is actually with the flash again because it's getting pretty dark at this point. And yeah, like when the photos are like, when I use this camera and it's pretty heavily backlit, or like there's something pretty wide, I usually use the flash as like a fill, not necessarily like, the main source. It just kind of like evens out their face, and I really like this. I don't know, it feels kind of like retro in a way, but I really love the neon and
yeah, it's great.
Like the people in the background. I think it just looks pretty candid. So not candid, but like intentional, but man on the street.
Yeah, you almost can't really tell from this photo, but I just zoomed in on the face,
red?
and it's just super sharp.
Yeah. We could do like 100 crop or whatever.
I'll show you zoomed in 100% crop on the face here, and it's tack sharp like that.
It's pretty nuts, right?
Yeah, it's great.
I think a lot of that is also just having a good scanner. Like the Fuji Frontier at Dexter's, they kill it. It's so good.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten good results from them.
So we did a little bit of an outfit change. This is some I believe it was Chloe, like retro, like vintage Chloe suit, and I thought it was awesome. And the bag was my buddy Joey's, and yeah, I really like this image when it's cropped, like full body with the taxi. It feels, I don't know, just. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
cool
like
taxi.
it's like
What
production
happened on the
value
side
that we
there?
didn't like
Is
plan
that
for it.
Arm?
I think that's someone's arm, like
Okay.
walking by or something.
And you probably just
But
couldn't see it through
I
the
didn't know
viewfinder?
that they were coming or something when
Yeah.
I took it, so a little bit of a bummer there. But with the crop, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, if you crop in a little bit, just crop that out.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think it's
looks good. Still
looks
looks
good.
pretty sharp.
sharp enough.
Yeah, I see a little bit off
Yeah,
on her face there, a little bit out of focus, and that truck does look
a lot sharper.
a lot sharper.
Yeah, so when you're using this camera, it tells you the distance that the autofocus is picking, so you just have to really pay attention to it. But, you know, when you're in a rush or shooting something like this on the street, it's hard to, like, remember all of this stuff while you're, like, telling the model what to do. But that's one of the few where it got messed up. All right, so this is probably my second favorite photo. I submitted this one to Kodachrome as well. I really like her pose. I think she looks good, and the outfit, Joey actually absolutely killed it. And then I think like the symmetry of those like palm trees behind her really like draws you to her face. So
Yeah, I like the angles on those buildings too in the background.
it's like just pointing right to her.
They're just like down here.
Yeah, and then you can tell like the light is pretty much set at this point where it's only hitting that back building, and that's why I used the flash again, and that caused that sign to go all crazy.
That sign's far too, right?
Yeah.
It's like back across the street.
Yeah.
It's crazy how those work.
Yeah. They do their job well, but even with that sign in it, I really don't mind. Like, you don't really notice that until
Yeah,
do
you
it.
almost can't tell what it is. Just looks
Until
like
you
a
really
lit
look
up
for it.
sign of some sort.
And then this is like actually in the middle of the street when we were crossing the road. I just had her stop. I really like, I don't know.
Yeah, this one's great.
Miami just looks cool. Like, it doesn't look like California to me just because all the buildings are so like old and Art Deco. It really stands out. But I don't know.
That one was great.
In front of the Lowe's. I thought that one was funny, but the focus missed on that one.
Oh yeah, what did it focus on there?
I think the door. I can't really tell, honestly. Or this could just be the scan was bad.
Yeah, it does look a little.
Might need to get Dexter to
Yeah,
rescan
right?
it. Yeah, I think that's just a bad scan, honestly.
Because her jacket looks in
Yeah,
focus.
see how-
Yeah, that's the scan.
Yeah, definitely. Well, need to get that one rescanned. And then this is the last one. That's Edward, our he was the like technician or like the photo colorist on the shoot that we were on, and he was shooting some photos as well. Joey on the left, he was the stylist, and then Kirsten on the right, just a little like behind the scenes of us while we were. I think I was switching to like SFX 200, or maybe it was. So it might have been a higher speed film. I think it was SFX 200, and I just shot it all with the flash. But yeah, I needed to get this shot off so I could get the new film in the camera. But yeah, those are the photos.
Sweet.
Which one was your favorite?
I think my favorite was the one in the crosswalk here with the natural light.
Yeah,
That's probably my favorght shot on this roll.
most like classic looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just like the flash photos. I think it looks more. I don't know. It looks kind of editorial this way, and like more old school. I enjoy that like bright pop.
Yeah, nice warm Miami tones.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
The film really sings like on this camera. Skin tone is really good. I'm all about it.
And obviously that one that is in the Kodachrome magazine is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did a good job picking that one. Well, cool, man. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Absolutely.
And,
Thanks for watching.
We got to have you back on soon. What do you think of this format we're doing here?
I think it's cool. I think it's better like this, where it's like one-on-one,
Two
like
people,
talking
yeah.
about
I mean,
the photos.
I liked the one I did by myself, but in my mind, I really just pictured this with making it more of a conversation rather than me just talking about it. And that being said, I will do more by myself in the future. But I feel like maybe 2 out of every 3 I have a guest on or something along those lines, where it's not just me talking.
I do think it's hard because it's like, as film photographers, you don't want to waste money. You want to get as many good photos as you can. But like at the end of the day, you have to realize that you're competing with people that shoot digital, and they're shooting, 10 to 20 rolls like per photo shoot. and you're shooting, you know, 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And when you go to medium format, you're getting 16 photos, and you're trying to compete with people that are shooting, you know, 800 images.
They'd go do this, shoot 800
yeah,
photos.
and it's like, I'm showing, like, all the bad stuff, too. And I don't know, it's a little bit humbling, you know? Please don't roast me too much, internet. I know I messed some of these up, but it's, yeah.
And the framing can be a little tricky, especially when you're up close on a subject, like
With rangefinders, for sure.
on a range.
It's like hard to always get the headroom.
Like this one is missing a little headroom, the one with the overhang.
Yeah.
It's you know, cutting into her head a little bit, and then the other one with the roof in the photo. Even just this one with the tiniest bit, it's
tilted
like,
down. Yeah, it would have helped.
And then she's just a little bit off center, and I see that same framing, and in these photos she's just a little off to the left. And I remember having that issue trying to shoot portraits
with that camera.
Not with that camera so much, because I had the wide version where it kind of
just got everything.
Everything was just in the photo because it was so wide.
Yeah.
But I have that Polaroid 110A.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when you try to get a close focus and shoot someone, I always remember aiming it, and then always just out of instinct would aim up and to the right
to like get it
a little bit.
Yeah. A
little bit more than I thought, and it usually came out.
Since getting the M6, I've gotten way better at that. And I'm sure if I use this camera again, I'd be a little bit better at it. But yeah, it's like a hard mental note when you're like in the moment to be like, okay, I gotta adjust like just slightly to make sure I get the photo, not what I'm seeing in the viewfinder. But there's also happy accidents that come from that I actually enjoy. It's like you're trying so hard to make it perfect. Shooting a rangefinder is nice because there's like that little variable of it's not going to be exactly what you're seeing. But
exactly. Well, sweet, man. Thanks again for coming on. If you guys are watching this, let us know in the comments what was your favorite photo here. Have you shot with this camera? The
Fuji GA645.
There you go. Fuji GA645. Have you shot with that? Do you like it? Have you shot the Cinestill 50D? Let us know your thoughts on that. Yeah. And we'll put some links down below where you can view all these photos and where you can pick up this Kodachrome magazine if it's still available. I think they're still available.
I think they're still for sale.
We'll put a link to where you can find that. And Derek, where can people find you?
My Instagram is just my name, DEREK Street at Instagram. I guess.
Derek Street. We'll throw a link to that down below as well.
And then my website is derekstreetphoto.com. That's pretty much all I've got right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Sweet. All right. See you later, guys. See you next time.
I mean, honestly, that worked out really well.